Coming up in today's full flight video from Seattle to Las Vegas. Hello Dan, welcome to yet another video on the channel. Today we're doing another full flight video. This time we're at Seattle in America and we're going to head down to Las Vegas. So we're in the PMDG 737-800 in the Delta livery. And yeah, horrible morning here in Seattle, rain, cloud, the usual. So yeah, just going to follow the same format as we always do. Get GSX boarding the aircraft with passengers and cargo, and we've got the SimBrief flight plan all made up. And yeah, so let's jump inside and get set up. So first thing we can do is battery can come on, and we'll put the ground power on, and we will align the IRSs. First thing I'm going to do is load the aircraft with the payload and fuel. I've changed it to kilograms just because my SimBrief is set up that way, because I usually fly in Europe, so we obviously usually use kilograms, so that's what it's set up. So I know that wouldn't be the usual, but we're taking 9 tons according to SimBrief, which I think is far too much for what we actually need, but it's fine. Payload wise, our zero fuel weight is estimating to be only 58 tons, so not completely full. In terms of that, we can leave that as it is for now and continue the overhead flows, so we can leave that as it is. Again, it can stay as is. You can fire the window heats on just now. May as well just fire the probe heats on, why not? Turn the logo light on since it's a horrible morning. Turn the engine bleeds off for now. And cruise altitude today is 370. There we go. And I'll be fine. I will get the landing altitude. Will I do that just now? No, I won't, because I don't have my charts open, so I will get that. I'll probably get that in the cruise. So we can go down to the FMC and get all set up. As usual, we've got a company route. We're on the latest AIRAC data, I believe. Yep, we are. So we're at Kilo Sierra Echo Alpha, and we'll pull the GPS coordinates, and we're going to Las Vegas. So it's Kilo Lima Alpha Sierra. I don't think there's a no one. Nope. We are Delta 2920. And the runway is going to be, I think it's 16 left, I believe. Bear with me. One 6 left, yes. Activate and execute that. Departure, so out of 16 left on the Summer to Alpha. It's there. Execute that. Got a discontinuity, so let's just, I'd imagine it will just be a case of joining them up. Hopefully it is. Yep. I'll just put in the arrival just now because, again, not expecting the weather to change, but we will change it if we have to. So we're going to be on the 26 left, and it is this one, I think. And again, in terms of discontinuities, let's have a wee look. So we'll zoom in a bit. That looks like it's going to be a nice simple link up, which it is. So step all the way through, no discontinuities, we're good on the route planning. So we can go to initial reference, get the zero fuel weight in there. I think it's 3.5 tons on the reserves today. No idea about cost index, we're going with 25, cruising at 370. We'll do a takeoff 1D rate, flaps 5, put the center of gravity in, so we're trimming for 4.97, so just about 5 on the dot. That'll do it. So 140, 141 and 149. So we can put that into the MCP. 149 for V2. We can put this back to map and zoom all the way in. So we can put runway heading in. Which again, I haven't put the charts in, so I think it'll be, let's go with 164. We'll go up initially to 12,000. We're not on ATC or anything, so we don't need to worry. Flight directors can come on with the master on my side. We can arm LNAV and VNAV. Auto brake to RTO if it will let me. Yaw damper on. And I think we can start the APU. So we will go to start, put the fuel pump on. In terms of the QNH, it is 2992 apparently, so we are all good there. I was just checking my controls are actually set up there. I was having issues with them the other day. We can go down to the ATC panel. We'll just put 2000 in. Again, I think that might be a European thing, but it doesn't really matter. We'll just go to TARA as well. So we'll wait for the APU to start up. Go and have a little look, see how the baggage handlers are getting on. Just about getting there. This is the first time I've flown at the Seattle Scenery. It seems really nice, and to be fair, we're sitting at 105 FPS, that's with frame generation on. So 4K as well, so not too bad at all. I was just checking we were actually recording all okay there, which we are, which is fine. So the APU is ready, so we can flick over the generators. Oh, I never armed the emergency lights, that was a bit silly. They're armed now anyway. Can put the seatbelt signs on. And I think what we'll do is we will remove the ground power cart. I will hold the brakes and set the parking brake, because we will just remove the chocks, like so. Go into the FMC on this side, put it to the claim page. I don't know why I done that. See, anti-skid that was giving me the interesting look. See, now this time it won't arm. I think it's got something to do with hydraulics, so I'm just going to leave it off and we'll deal with it after we've got the engines all started up. Check my wing views are working. There we go. So we've got a relatively long taxi up to 1.6 left today, but again, it's not the biggest deal. I'll cut it out if I have to. Yeah, nice and smooth with frame generation on here at Seattle. Hopefully it stays that way. We don't want too many micro stutters. Although, I've actually just noticed what's going on over there with the runway. That's very interesting. I wonder if that's a Sim Update 12 issue. There's a DX12 issue over there anyway. that's interesting. It looks like 1.6 left's okay, so that's promising. Hopefully the same issues don't arise at Las Vegas. But as in some interesting stuff going on over there. Anyway, we will ask GSX to push us back. Not going to bother with de-icing, it's 7 degrees, so it's
Due to
fine.
icing conditions, please stand by for engine start until push completed and brakes set.
What we'll do is we'll fire all the fuel pumps on. Do we have centre? We do have centre fuel, so we'll fire them on as well. Can put the anti-collision light on.
Hello, Captain. We are ready for pushback.
So we just need the jetway to disappear, which is the door closed. Door's closed, so I don't know if that'll do it itself or...
Departure checks completed. Bypass pin inserted.
Might have to get it to disappear ourselves. I believe if I go to this one, ground services, I don't know, ground services, engine ground, and request jetway disconnection.
Locking gear.
There we go. Knew there was a way to do it. There it goes back. We're going to go right.
Release parking brakes. Commencing push. Due to icing conditions, please stand by until push is completed and brakes are set.
So, that was an interesting movement there on the push. So yeah, I don't know, again potentially another GSX issue here with the push, but I don't know where it's taken us. Absolute realism as always with my videos. Oh dear. Anyway, we'll just ignore that, we'll ignore the not starting because of icing, and we'll just go and get set up to go here. So engine number 2 to ground, and we'll wait for 25% into it. There it is, in goes at the fuel. Seems to have just about figured out the push maybe. Well, it looks like we've got a good start on engine 2, so we'll go for engine 1. And again, we'll wait for 25%.
Set parking brakes.
Parking brake set. We'll fire the fuel in. Just get GSX to get ready.
We have a good engine start. You can disconnect.
There's definitely some interesting stuff going on with the runway over there. I don't know if that'll be a Sim Update 12 issue or just an issue. I'm not sure.
Unlocking gear.
So there was starter cutout. So what we'll do is we'll put the hydraulic pumps on, fire the generators onto the engines, We'll kill the APU. Axe can come to auto. Put the engine
Tow truck
blades
disconnected.
on.
Bypass pin removed.
Starter switches to continuous.
Left is clear. Right
Put
is
that
clear.
taxi light on. We'll go flaps 5. Flaps 5 set. Auto brake can go to RTO. And I believe we're all good to begin our taxi out to runway 16 left. Just put on some lights actually as well, it's a bit dark. Right. Parking brake released. Let's head. Let's head down to Vegas. So what I'll do then, guys, is I will see you once we get to the end of the runway, just so you're not following the boring taxi down, and we'll see you there. So welcome back. We're just approaching the end of runway 16 left here. And we'll be good to go. So we're just going to fire all the landing lights on. Put the strobe lights on as well. Starter switches are all already at continuous, so we're good there. Going to use up all of the runway. Well, we're not going to, but we're going to take the very last exit. Make our turn onto the runway. Hopefully we don't have to deal with too many lag spikes. Haven't quite fixed that issue yet, but we'll see. And we can just try and ignore the wibbly wobbly runway on the right. So there we go, lined up. Let's arm the auto throttle. Start the clock. 40%. And take off.
Airspeed's alive.
We'll focus on the runway.
V1. Rotate. V2.
There we go. Positive rate.
Positive rate of climb.
There goes the gear. Lovely departure. Just going to fire on the autopilot already, I know. We're going to altitude intervene it, like so we can head all the way up to 370. Takes me forever to scroll. There we go, 370. We'll go flaps up with the mandatory wing view while we do that. Not that there's too much to see, to be honest. Up come the slats. starting accelerating up to 250. Horrible morning. At least there's, I was going to say at least there's no wind, but there is. So as I come to 5,000, then we'll just go auto brake off, set the landing gear to off. The retractable lights can come off just to reduce drag. We'll turn off them as well. Engine start switches can come off. We'll turn the logo off. And yeah, hopefully we'll come through the cloud layer at some point. It seems to be getting a bit brighter. Hopefully we'll get a nice wing view here of us breaking out the clouds. Feels like we're just about there. There we go. Lovely, look at that. Breaking out of the clouds. It's always a nice day above the clouds. Lovely jubbly. So I think it's about a 2-hour flight over to Los Angeles. Wow, look at that weather. This will be interesting if we're going through it. So I might just keep you guys here until we do poke through this, because this will be interesting. We might just avoid it. Yeah, as I say though, I think it's about a 2-hour flight down to, I think if I said Los Angeles there I meant Las Vegas. I've got a habit of doing that. So there's 10,000, the rest of the lights can come off. And yeah, this turn might just keep us out of the way of these clouds. Going to accelerate up to 298 knots. Definitely some interesting wind views and weather here. Not too bad at all. So yeah, it looks like this weather might continue for a while, so I will keep an eye on the aircraft as we follow the departure route, and I will come back to you guys once we are in a descent into Las Vegas, where hopefully we don't have any scenery errors. Fingers crossed. But anyway guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the descent. Hello everybody and welcome back. We're in the descent into Las Vegas now. Just passing through 14,000 feet over the last of the major terrain that's around that we'll need to deal with. It's been a relatively smooth flight, not too many issues at all. That's in terms of the actual flight. In terms of the sim, it's been a disaster. So if there's anything that's maybe slightly different, it's because not long after we departed out of Seattle the sim crashed. So I basically started again, took off again, basically wasted half an hour. But it is what it is. And we're on the approach now. If you're wondering what caused the crash, it was something to do with the FMC. It's when I went to execute something when I was changing the arrival. Yeah, I didn't like something and it crashed, so yes. Note to self to be more careful with it in the future. We're a wee bit stuttery as we come in here. You can see Vegas just down here. Hopefully it won't be too stuttery on arrival and on the descent. But we can get set up now. So if we go to init ref, we'll go flaps 30 for the arrival, and we need to put in 111.5 on the nav. 111.5, we'll activate it, we'll put it in on both sides and set them active. We'll go with auto brake 1 because we're still going to be landing on 26 left, so there is plenty of runway. Coming up to our waypoint, we need to be 11,000 feet and above here. Get a view of the strip, and it's gone again. Yeah, as I say, hopefully we won't deal with the lag too much, although it's not. I say lag, I mean frame drops. It's not looking too promising, but hopefully it'll be okay. You see we've got quite a tight turn onto final. It's a bit strange. So Las Vegas is about 2,000, I think it's 2,180 feet above the ground at the airport, or above sea level, sorry, so a little bit different than what the previous flights to the channel have been. So just hitting our decel point. I'm also going to fire all the landing lights on. I'm going to set the starter switches to continuous just now as well. Yeah, just passing the airport off to our left here. You can see the strip down there. Interesting. There we go, just dropping down now. You can see we've got another decel point just here. Lag spikes rather seem to be okay. Might be because we're facing away now, but hopefully we'll be okay. If you've seen the video of us arriving into Newark, the previous video, it was pretty bad. I've kind of just made this up because usually there would be vectors and things because it's a busy airport here, but as I've already said, we're not on VATSIM or anything like that. There's no traffic, so I've just kind of joined all the dots together effectively to get us in to the airport. I think I'm going to VS as well, because if I remember rightly, there's no descent path, if I remember rightly. So I've got the speed brakes out to the flight detent. Might just heading select this actually and do this myself. Just get it to line up. So it'll be an interesting approach, because it's not going to quite line up, because I totally forgot that it was complaining about the lack of VNAV after that waypoint, so it's fine. There's the glide slope coming up now, so I will turn us hopefully onto a relatively decent final approach and start bringing that VS up. Can really start bringing that up, hopefully. We're going to go flaps 1. I'm going to keep the turn coming because we're going to blow through the localizer, which is fine. Bringing the speed back. Yeah, absolutely blown through the localizer, but it's absolutely fine. Plenty of room to get it back on track. Can slow down that VS quite considerably. Bring in the speed brakes. Just going to try and get itself back on track. I'm going to go flaps 5. We'll go get our turn on to final now. Not too bad in the end, I don't think. About 8.5 DME, so we're absolutely fine. Bring the gear down, we'll go flaps 15. We're looking for 150 on the speed. Engage approach mode. There it is, glide slope. And we'll go flaps 30. There we go. Lovely clear day, as you'd expect out in the desert. And let's try and land it. A little bit high. Try and bleed the speed off a little bit, or the altitude rather. Pappies say we're too low. Glide slope says we're too high. So we're probably somewhere in between. A little stutter there. I can deal with stutters like that, to be fair. Speed brake's also armed.
100. 50. 40. 30. 20.
Idle the throttle. Reverse idle. I disengaged the auto brake a little bit early there. It's fine. I'm just going to come off at this high speed taxiway. Bring the reversers in, and welcome down to Las Vegas. An hour and 54 minutes on this clock. We'll just stop that there. We'll make our turn. Crossing runway 26 right. Speed brakes can come in, flaps can come up. Turn the auto brake off, get the APUs started, turn offs can all come on. Off. Just coming off the runway, so they can go to steady. And yes, welcome to Vegas. In terms of where we're parking, I'm not sure, so we're just going to go straight down here, pick a number, and we'll go to that one. I'm not sure where the real flight would have parked. I have no idea what so hopefully this is the Charlie gates then. Oh. Restart that because I've clicked the wrong button, because I was using my number keys are basically the number keys are the same for my views, which I also put here. So let's go with Charlie. This going up, so let's go with Charlie. Of course it's not there. Assuming the next one's 19 or 21. Let's just use Delta. There we go, that looks about right. Okay, so we can take all these lights off, they went on for long. Transfer the APUs. Make that turn. Just about lost all the speed. Come on. There we go. Oh, nearly perfect. I'll take that. Better than most of our parkings. So we just transferred the APU so we can take off the fuel cut-offs, the fuel pumps, the centre hydraulics, the probe heats come off, window heats can all come off. We can turn the APU bleed on, anti-collision light can come off, and we can request deboarding. In fact, don't know why I turned the packs off. It is it's only 10 degrees to be fair, it's not too bad, it's because it's still early morning yet, and the time of year I'd imagine. But yes, welcome to Vegas. But it is a lovely day. Might need to get the jetway ourselves, so let's just go to this one. Is it ground services? Tune the ground. No. Or did I click the wrong one? Ground services. Yeah, no, we can't have the jetway, of course we can't. It's fine, so we'll just ignore we'll just ignore that. Yeah, welcome to Vegas. Relatively decent flight, and yeah, hope you guys have enjoyed it, and If you've got any requests, as always, for full flight videos that you want to see, then just let me know and I'll see if I can accommodate. But in the meantime though, have a lovely day guys, and thanks for watching the video. Bye.